I'm being silly tonight. I hope you guys are being silly too. All right, we're in for some fun. We've been killing it lately on YouTube. We've been killing it on Twitch. We've been doing really good. Thank you, everybody, for your help. Don't forget, when you see this stuff, promote it. Talk about it. You see this crazy bald dude? You know, it's doing good. It's doing good. It's because of you guys. I appreciate you guys. All right, now, Pepe. Shh. Ooh, oh, don't look at me like that. I didn't mean like turn it off all the way. You know, damn, that's a cold stare, Pepe. That's a cold stare. You know what time it is. Don't do that. That's a cold stare, Pepe. And welcome back to the Inside Star Citizen Review every day here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch at DG360. Twitch.tv, I believe, is the address. You can check us out here all live, having a good time. Thursday nights, Friday mornings, 2 days out of the week. I'm here chilling out, hanging with you guys. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube on the highlight, bang that thumb. That's a little weird that I just told you to bang the thumb. I think they say smash these days. I don't, back in my day, they said you bang it, you bang. That's not right. That's why I'm an adult channel. Okay, Inside Star Citizen, 9 lives. Now, here we go again. It's like they're doing this shit on purpose. 8 minutes and 47 seconds. Last one, I had a meltdown. I literally had a meltdown. This one is going to be nuclear holocaust. I'm getting upset at this point that they're this short, you know. And I just hope that they play this and meme the shit out of this over at Cloud Imperium, because that would be my dream come true. Oh my god, the sound levels are, what's up with these?
The Ninetales are professional criminals.
What is up with these sound levels? I have to turn way down. That is so unprofessional. What are we, guys? Check the volume slider when you're mixing this on whatever program that you're doing this on. Jesus, I got to do your work for you guys. You know, in today's world, you got to do everybody's work for them. You know, you got to do everybody's work for them. You try, oh, you got to go to the pharmacist to pick up a prescription. They don't know how to fill it. You got to go in there. You got to measure that shit out by the gram. You got to encapsulate it. You got to put it in the tube. You got to check it through your health insurance company, but they can't do their job. So then you got to make sure that the health insurance is the correct insurance, and you got to do the health insurance person's job. Then you give it back to yourself, you know, and you hand yourself the prescription, and you got it. There you go. You're done. You got to do everybody's work. You see, now I'm doing his work for him. Now I'm doing the audio mixer's work for him. Now I got to go on the board here. Who's mixing the audio on this? Demerit.
Criminal operators with a high skill level, but what makes them different is kind of how they don't care about hiding their activities. They're a little bit flashier than you would expect. They're running gambling rings and stealing and doing protection rackets. The big mystery right now is everyone's trying to figure out what their motivations and goals are.
Let me know about audio levels, because obviously Cloud Imperium cannot do their jobs.
When the Ninetales go out and they do certain missions, it's very clear that they know exactly what they're doing, that they've trained, that they've actually done drills for the exact situation that they're going into.
When the Ninetales debuted in Terra, it was a very big, splashy kind of attack on a prison transport where they captured a syndicate boss,
killed a bunch of Terra police to do it,
only to execute him 2 days later with a shot in the head, and everyone was very confused.
They're audacious, they're bold, they're violent, and they're good at what they do.
Over the past few years,
and they're colorful.
The Ninetales has started to terrorize the Stanton system around Crusader,
using Grimhex as their sort of current base of operations.
If you've gone to Grimhex, you've seen their tag.
Oh, man. Every time I see this, I just want this to work. I just want I want all the mechanics here. I want racing with the NPC. I want you to be able to schedule your race outside and race against the NPC and win a prize. I want to be inside gambling on races, whether it's players with NPC or just NPC. I want to get involved in this so bad. I mean, like, they need some type of slot machines in here. They need to, you know what I mean? They really need to casino the shit out of this in a hex way. Am I right? They need to go like really swanky casino hall on this and just put like different games that you can play, put your credits in there, you know, like a little roulette wheel that works. I mean, if we get this and we get this type of game design in like the crappiest of Nintendo games, you know, then we should be able to get this kind of gameplay in here. Like, I really want it decked out, just like I do the trade division. In the trade division, I want to make sure that those screens display accurate information that are tied right into quantum, you know? If you're here, you like to discuss these things, right? You don't mind that I stop the video. I like to take time out to like talk about different types of game design. That's why we're doing this. Like, I love this show because I talk about game development, and these are the things in the game that I want to see. When I'm walking around, I definitely want to see like kind of like shady characters, and I want to be able to have like gambling games, different types of games that you can play and gamble with, you know?
Eggs.
They want you to know who they are,
exactly,
so you
Ted.
know who you're
Just
messing with.
Smarmy it up.
They kind of
And then
advertise
hex it
it
down.
as basically it's a warning of like, hey, don't mess with me, because you know you'll bring down the wrath of the gang.
Exactly, Oz.
A lot of people who are playing the game, they're in with the Ninetales is through Rudo, who's a criminal fixer operating in Grimhex.
He has his sort of his own agenda
Exactly,
too,
I
but
love that, Billy.
he does hire out for the Ninetales.
Yeah.
So
which
when the
hasn't worked for
Ninetales
me
don't
forever.
want to risk their own members or need a
those
little
missions
extra
and
help
that
on a
whole
job,
shit doesn't work.
they contact Rudo, and Rudo puts them in touch with people in the know. And that way they don't have to work with them directly. They don't have to expose their organization. Rudo arranges everything. And, you know, he has his own level of protection, you know, talking through the holograms and all kind of that keeps a buffer between his clients and the operators he hires.
Outside of potentially picking up missions for the Ninetales from Rudo, you might have run into them if you helped clear out a blockade at a space station, a lockdown event, dynamic event that happened a few months ago, where the Ninetales gang basically moved in a giant kind of like dampener, a quantum dampener, to an area around a space station, which meant quantum traveling in and out of that area was restricted.
Banking hardcore.
Since the
blowing up ships,
Ninetales did their
making my
lockdown
crypto.
across the end system of
Eat
these
myself
rest
a
stops,
Subway sandwich
they
with
may seem like they've been a little bit quiet.
Which has kind of made
I mean,
some happy
honestly,
around.
I would love that shit. I know a lot of people are like, ooh, play to earn and play to earn. That's just because they label that shit wrong, and YouTube content creators went with that ball and they ran with for them clicks, for them views, man. You know what? The industry though, they make a lot of faults, like owning the color blue. You know, like these dumb dipshits that are getting involved with crypto, making crypto and everything look bad. There's bad actors in the space, man. But man, I would love to be in here, do a mission, pick myself up some crypto, whatever it is I'm doing, smuggling, and then like just shove it out and take some money out, be able to transfer it over, buy myself a Subway sandwich, get myself an Italian sub. You know, I'm so hungry right now. I'm so hungry.
Around Crusader, because the gang has been a constant thorn in the side of the company for years. There was a really big fear that during the Fleet Week event at Orison, that the Ninetales might do something that could jeopardize the event in general. But their silence isn't treated as a good thing by
everyone. Let me just say this. I'm already giving this an F. They are just patching these things together. I don't know if they've got like the footage in multiple locations and they're transferring this from America to England and all which way. I don't know if Jared's doing all the work on this by himself when he cuts his stuff. But these volume levels are all over the place, man. All over the place.
Everyone within the company, there's some deep fears that them kind of going quiet and kind of stepping back out activity for the past few weeks could be a symbol of something bigger to come. I would say that the officials at Orison are a bit on edge about what the Ninetales are up to right now.
The Ninetales are becoming perennial adversaries to the good, hardworking people of Stanton. And as many recent testers of PTU may already be aware, are currently building up their forces for a potential new assault in the coming weeks when Alpha 3.17.2 comes online, which we'll all be learning more about throughout the rest of this month. But what about those in lives outside of the dangers and controversies of combat? For space truckers and the like, the commodity kiosk is where small fortunes can be made, and it's one of the last remaining systems still unconverted to building blocks. Until now.
Oh.
Now let's take a look at a still very nascent work converting this system and ensuring a few quality of life fixes players have asked for get integrated along the way.
All right.
As part of the upcoming cargo refactor, this was the perfect time to go back and update the old commodity kiosk UI. The core philosophy for the rework is tell the player what's going on above all else so that they can make their informed decisions and plan for the future.
That's what we want. Oh.
The commodity kiosk is the method that players use when they are trying to load cargo onto their ship so that they can trade between locations, etc. It is a kiosk that is often situated in either a trade and development district or in the admin office of...
Oh my God, am I going to get geeked out? Is my head going to blow up? Dude, I take everything back about this episode. I don't care that the volume levels are all the way off. Is this going to happen right now? Like, is this, don't tell me right now, but my no spot is just filling up with wonder. Like, are they going to talk about what I think they're going to talk about? Exactly what I bitched about and ranted about at the beginning of this show, which was to like, I literally just said this like 10, 15 minutes ago, where I wanted to see like interaction between the trade stations with the quantum. That is the algorithm that will, give us a simulated supply and demand. Will this be hooked up into it? Am I going nuts here? I need to make sure that, watch it. It's going to be anticlimactic. Okay, all right, I'm going to shut up.
Of a space station or outpost or something like that. We like that the current commodity kiosk is stable. Other than that, honestly, the layout of it...
I'm rewinding. I need to watch it.
The commodity kiosk is the method that players use when they are trying to load cargo onto their ship so that they can trade between locations, etc. It is a kiosk that is often situated in either a trade and development district or in the admin office of a space station or outpost or something like that. We like that the current commodity kiosk is stable. Other than that, honestly, the layout of it does a lot to actually harm our gameplay. It does not show commodities on it when they are out of stock or when they are full stock or when the player doesn't have it in their ship. Essentially, a lot of times players will say, you have removed X from this shop or X shop is not working, when in reality it's just that someone on another server has recently interacted with that shop, and as a result, it's looking like it basically has nothing in it.
Communication between different trading nodes.
The biggest thing that we're going to be changing is that if an item is at full and you are trying to sell to the shop, it will still show as in the inventory. If an item is empty, as in someone has purchased all of it, we will just show it on there as being empty.
Okay.
You will be able to go to a shop and know exactly what it is going to normally buy and sell in order to plan your trade routes and such, even if currently the shop is not in a state where it can trade in that commodity. We're also going to be showing things that are in your ship, but the shop doesn't want or can't want or considers illegal, so that you can know that there's not a bug occurring, basically. So that you can see that, yes, I do in fact have quite a bit of iron in my hold, and it's not missing, something hasn't gone wrong, it's just that this shop doesn't trade in that particular commodity.
Yes.
We are also going to do a little bit of a visual tweak. We're going to create a few variations. There's going to be, if you're in Grimhex, kind of a hacked version that looks a little bit more cruddy. If you're in the trade development district or one of the more fancy areas to buy commodities, then we will have a bit more of a showroom floor, fancy Godiva.
This definitely needs upgraded. The whole UI interface when trading, from your ship to the console, from cargo to your ship or to a reference point of a ship having SCU. I would definitely love to see a relay between the trade station and player owned bases later in the future. Again, what I was hoping to see, obviously we're not even close to that point yet. That's just my childhood imagination and dreams, wanting like everything right now. I want like I want to be able to chart in the game. I want to be able to draw resistance lines and support lines. And I mean, like, that's crazy. That's crazy talk, right? But like, as a trader, I would love that gameplay. I would love that deep immersive gameplay where you got into different types of commodities in the game and you could just like chart them out based upon what the quantum's doing, you know, buy low, sell high, you know, that type of thing between different systems. But we are so far away from that. We just need a basic cleanup and polish on the UI is what they're talking about. Cause it's so sketchy. It's just, it doesn't feel solid. So they're just soliding it up a little bit, you know. We're the army of mules. They need to have stock trading. I would love to be able to own corporation stock or organization stock, you know, different stock of different organization. That's one thing I loved about Eve. You know, that would be so cool, Oz, to have the ability to write out shares and people buy those shares in your organization and pay dividends on those shares just like you can on Eve Online before CCP sold it out and ruined the whole entire project, and all those millions of gamers turned into hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands, then like barely anybody that's left because of who bought them out. You know, but that's exactly what I would love to see. Like if you're an armchair warrior and you're a trader and you're somebody that's interested in that kind of gameplay, you really want it deep. You really want like immersive, deep armchair warrior, like, you know, savage beast mode.
A chocolate looking
so
thing.
Nerdy, but it's true, man.
It's
true.
Intended to kind of give a little bit more flavor, but also to emphasize to you that
I hate that
the feel of the commodities that you are trading in at that location.
They should do a phone app. That would be fun, Tech.
And this is just step one of our improvements in the trading gameplay loop. Stay tuned, traders and haulers.
Like that.
Help is coming.
So what did we learn this week?
Man.
Well, we learned more about who
party.
and what the Ninetales are, how they operate, what their intentions might be for the stand system and the like, and that commodity kiosks are currently getting some much needed quality of life improvements for traders. Yeah. And it's also a very good time to make your feedback known up on Spectrum. Now, don't forget, this weekend is First Contact Day, as well as the newly anointed International Bar Citizen Weekend. Be sure you check out the RobertSpaceIndustries.com website for details on the when and where of this weekend's events. And we'll be back here next week for this year's Alien Week festivities with a look at the current progress inside of the Banu Merchantman. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. This is the 8th floor of the Manchester Goods Yard building, second floor of our new UK offices overall, and where most of the Squadron 42 team is currently expected to be.
Wow. Wow, look at the space that the Squadron 42 area has, man. That's insane.
I can't wait to just bug Nate Dearsley every single day. See y'all next week.
Yes. This is shoddy. This is shoddy craftsmanship, you know. Like this is just like, you know, like they're just piecing this shit together as they go because, you know, apparently they're so busy with the move that they don't have enough hands on deck. So there needs to be a couple more people involved with this. I don't know exactly how many people. It'd be interesting to know who's involved with this during Star Citizen Live. You know, like I would like to see like the actual team. Like here are the members that make Inside Star Citizen. You know, sometimes I think it's just Jared. Like sometimes I think it's just like Jared piecing all the different types of interviews and the different employees of Cloud Imperium together. You know, Jared and a three-legged monkey, says Mel here. Yeah, if you're watching here on YouTube, thank you so much. You definitely want to like give yourself a round of applause. Oh, that's not the applause button, Pepe. That was very rude, Pepe. The other button, Pepe. Thank you. You had to do that, didn't you? Did you have to do that? Yeah. Yeah, you did. You're rude. You're rude, Pepe. You ruined my show. You ruined my show. Anyway, If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget, smash the like button, help us out. And if you are here live, thank you so much. We are going to get into party mode. So during the after party, we are going to watch a couple Star Citizen highlights here. Let's do it.